Hello students, today we are going to discuss about the real gas which we are discussing in our also we have started this chapter in the previous class. So module is 2 and lecture number is 16. Okay, so this is our subject name, that is the chemistry. The subject code is CH101 or CH201. The course objective, these are some of the course objective of our course, that is the concept developed in this course will aid in quantification of several concepts in chemistry that have been introduced at the level of 10+2 in schools. Technology is being increasingly based on the electronics and molecular level modification. Okay, so these are the some of the course outcomes of a course, that is after this course you can able to describe the fundamental properties of atoms and molecules. You can apply the fundamental concepts of thermodynamics in different engineering applications. You can also apply the knowledge of water quality parameters, the corrosion control and the knowledge of the polymers in different industries. You can also determine the structure of organic molecules using different spectroscopic techniques, and also some of the important products you can also, some of the drugs you can synthesis in the lab in industrial scale. So these are the some of the course outcome that we have for our course. Okay, so this is the lecture plan for the real gas. Yeah, so these are the some of the objectives of our today's class. Today we will discuss about the volume correction, volume correction of the gas molecules, the pressure correction of the gas molecules. We will see what will be the van der Waals equations, and we will also see the van der Waals equation at different conditions. Okay, so next we will define what is critical temperature, critical pressure and critical volume. Next we will discuss about the molar heat capacity, and again we will see some of the numericals which will be very important in this for this chapter. Okay, because several times you are asked the numericals from the ideal gas equation as well as the van der Waals gas equation. Okay, so you have to practice the problem and follow the classes regularly, then you will solve the problems. Okay. So these are the some of the recapitulation of our previous day. We have discussed about the ideal gas. We have seen what is the ideal gas equation, what do you mean by compressibility factor, that we have already defined. Deviation from ideal behavior also we have seen, which is related to our today's topic. Okay, why the gases, generally the gases are deviated from the ideal behavior. This concept is very important for our today's class, and also some of the numericals we have solved. Okay, so this is the real ideal gas. Some of the equations, that is Boyle's law. For the ideal gas we are having the Boyle's law, that is PV equals to constant. Okay, or P is proportional to the inversely proportional to the volume. This is the Boyle's law. Now Charles' law, according to the Charles' law, the volume will be proportional to the temperature. Okay, if we increase the temperature, volume will increase. If we decrease the temperature, the volume will decrease. And next the Avogadro's law states that volume is again proportional to the number of moles, and that is V by N, that is equals to K. So these are the some of the gas laws that we have discussed in our previous class. Okay, so this is the ideal gas equation, and this equation is very important, because for the from this equation there are so many problems you have to solve. So memorize this thing, that is PV equals to nRT, and also this is related, this equation, from this equation we will derive the van der Waal equation. Okay, so for today's class also you have to memorize this, that is PV equals to nRT, where P is the pressure, V is the volume, N is the number of moles, R is the gas constant, and T is the temperature, absolute temperature. Okay. Okay, so this is the reason, this is some of the reason that why why the gases are deviated from the ideal behavior. Actually, we have assumed that gas molecules are so very much small molecules, small particles, that they don't have any volume. Second assumption we have taken, that is, for the gas molecules there will be no type of intermolecular attraction force, but we have seen that actually the gas molecules having some of the volume, and also some intermolecular attraction force we have between the molecules. Okay, so for this the each and every gases just deviated from the ideal behavior. Now yeah, so from this the one factor we have derived, that is the compressibility we have got, that is the compressibility factor. Compressibility factor means how much the gas is deviated from the ideal gas. From this idea we can get from the compressibility factor. Okay, so generally compressibility factor for the ideal gas Z equals to 1, and for in case of real gas PV equals to, as PV is not equals to nRT, this is the ideal gas equation, but in real condition the real gases are not obeying this law. So that is why PV is not equals to nRT, that means Z is not equals to 1. Okay, Z, what is Z? Z is the PV by nRT. This is the equation for the Z, that is the compressibility factor. Okay, so thus in case of real gas Z can be less than 1 or greater than 1. Yeah. Yeah, if the Z is less than 1, that means it is the negative deviation, that means the gas is more compressible, okay, than the ideal behavior, than expected from the ideal behavior. If Z is greater than 1, that means the gas is deviated, positive deviation. We can see for this gas where the Z is greater than 1, that means positive deviation we can see. So the gas is less compressible than the expected from the ideal behavior. So from compressibility factor we can indicate what is we can confirm that how much is deviation from the ideal gas, and either this deviation is in the negative zone or in the positive zone. Okay, so all these concepts we can get from the compressibility factor. Okay, so you can see these are the some of the deviation. Okay, so all the graph for this first graph, what we can see, the along x axis we have P, the pressure, along y axis we have the PV graph. Okay, so for decrease in P, if we decrease the P, some of the gas like carbon monoxide, methane gas, ammonia gas, okay, so some of the gases deviated have shown the negative deviation. Okay, the pressure decrease in the pressure, the negatively they will be negatively deviated at some below lowest level. So after this lowest level, again the gas will the pressure will increase, and the deviation will we can see that deviation will be at the positive zone. Okay, So these are the some of the gases. For some gases like carbon monoxide, methane, ammonia, we can see this type of deviation. First of all, we have seen the negative deviation, and after the lowest value they are again increasing. Okay. And this is the ideal zone. Okay, because we know that PV equals to what? PV equals to Z value for the PV equals to RT, and Z value is the constant. Z value equals to 1 for the ideal gas. So this graph is for the ideal gas. We can get a horizontal graph which is parallel to the x-axis. Okay. So these are all the gases are the real gas. Now for hydrogen and for helium, you can see with the increase in the pressure, what will happen? The graph is always increasing. That means the positive deviation we can see from the ideal behavior for the hydrogen gas and for the helium gas. Okay. So these are the some of the deviation we can see for the real gas. Okay. Now what is the causes? What factors are responsible for this deviation from the ideal behavior? Actually, whatever we have assumed that gas molecules are very small particles, atoms are very small particles, they don't have any volume, and also they don't have the intermolecular attraction force. Actually, that is not going to happen. Actually, the gas molecules are having some of the volume, very less amount, but having some volume, and also there will be some of the intermolecular attraction forces. Yeah. Now we will see from this assumption we can derive the van der Waal equation. Okay, from this portion you can have, generally you can have this type of question like how we can define the van der Waal equation from the ideal gas equation. Okay, discuss about the van der Waal equation, derive the van der Waal equation. These type of some of the questions that you are frequently asked in your exam. Now so first of all, to derive this van der Waal equation, first we have to correct the volume. So this is called volume correction. Excuse me. So this is called volume correction. Okay. Now what will happen for ideal gas? We have seen, we have assumed that volume, the gas molecules don't have any volume, but for the real gases actually they have the volume, and let us assume the volume is like B. Okay, so this is the volume correction factor, that is B. Let us assume that B is the volume excluded out of the volume, total volume of the container. Okay, moving in the gas molecules per mole of a gas. Now look, here we have a, this is a beaker where we have, this is a beaker where we have the gas molecules, right? Now these are the gas molecules. Now some of the volume is occupied by these gas molecules, right? Okay, so all the gas molecules, if the volume, total volume, if the total volume is V, the ml of the container, total volume of the gas is V. Okay, and for the each molecule we have the B is the gas, that is a volume correction factor. So the total these are the gas molecules cannot get the total volume to move move freely, understand? So this much volume is what? This much volume is less from the total volume, for as the volume of, as the gas molecules itself having some of the some of the volume, right. So if we have the n moles per mole, we have the volume is B. So if we have n mole of the gas, that means total volume will be total volume occupied by the gas molecules, that should be n into B, right. So this is the total volume, this is okay. So now you can see that means how much volume is actually available for to movement, for the movement of the gases, that is V, the total volume, minus the NB, the volume of the gas molecules, okay. N number of moles, n is the number of moles. So this much volume is actually available for the gas molecules for the movement, freely movement, okay. So this is the volume correction portion. Okay, now we will see what is B, what is the value of the B, how we can get. Actually the B value, the van der Waals constant B is called by the van der Waals constant. B is actually 4 times greater than 4 times greater than volume of single molecule, okay. So B is greater than 4 times greater of 1 mole of the gas molecules. Now if we see that for the gas molecules, for one gas molecule, what is the volume, that is yeah, volume is the per molecule per molecule volume is, that is 4 by 3 pi r cube, right. In 1 mole gas we have Avogadro number of molecules. So this is the total volume of 1 mole gas, right. So into 4, if we this is the B equals to, the value of the B equals to, that is 4 times greater the volume. So actually this is the volume of the this is the actually yes, yeah, this is the value of the B, okay. So thus we can calculate the value of the B. Next we will see that is the pressure correction, yeah. So this is the, again we will see the pressure correction, okay. Now what we have assumed that in the previous case, in the ideal, for the ideal gas, the intermolecular attraction force we don't have, but actually we have the intermolecular attraction force. So you can see here in this container, the gas, all the gas molecules are there. Now if you consider this molecule, now what will happen, this gas molecule is surrounded by so many gas molecules, right. All are all are having the attraction force, intermolecular attraction force. So for these gas molecules we have the uniform force of the attraction force, right, uniform. Now if we see this the gas molecules which is beside the wall, okay. So these gas molecules only surrounded by one side, right, and here at this side they it's the wall of the container. So what will happen, this is the wall of the container. So what will happen, the attraction, these gas molecule will find out the attraction force that is ununiform. You can see this is the attraction force, that is the ununiform attraction force. Here we don't have any gas molecules. So for this, that means what will happen for this case, the gas molecules, these gas molecules will pull towards the center, to this pull this gas molecules towards the center. So what will happen, the force at which these gas molecule will collide with the wall, that will be less. That means the pressure will be less for these gas molecules due to this uniform uniform attraction force, ununiform attraction force, because all these gas molecules are pulling this gas molecule towards the center. So what will happen, the force of the due to this attraction force towards the back, the gas molecule cannot collide with this, cannot strike this wall with that force, understand. So that is why for the intermolecular attraction force with each other between the molecules, what will happen, the pressure will be less. The total pressure whatever we are expecting, that will be less. Okay, so that means, yes, so that means the sum of the pressure we have to add some of the pressure due to this less pressure of the real gas. Okay, now we will see what will be the actually how much we have to add. Okay, that we will see how much we have to add. Now we know that the pressure is generally, the pressure is varieties d square. Okay, d is the density. Now again we know that density is n by v, density is proportional to the n by v. That is why the pressure, whatever pressures we have, that is equals to that is obviously the proportional, the directly proportional to the n square by v square. So if we just remove this proportionality constant, proportionality sign, and we have to take one proportionality constant, that is the A. This is the pressure correction term we will get. Okay, so where A is the constant, proportionality constant, which depend on the nature of the gas, of course. So that means the pressure will be, what will happen, the pressure will be, actually the pressure correction term will be P plus this much, this much less we have for the intermolecular attraction forces. So this much we have to this much we have to add. Okay, so actually Pi ideal pressure, that is Pi equals to P plus A n square by V square. A term from where we are getting, from the proportionality constant. This is the proportionality constant, and also this is called the volume correction term, or this is also called by the Van der Waals constant. Okay, yeah. So already you know that is n is the number of moles, n is the number of moles of the real gas, V is the, obviously V is the volume of the gas, A is the constant, proportionality constant, which depend on the nature, and what is which is also called Van der Waals gas equation, gas constant. So now we have seen the volume correction. Yeah. Now we yes, we have seen the volume correction, and also we have seen the this is the pressure correction and term, this is the volume correction term, right? So for the ideal gas, already we know PV equals to nRT, nRT. Okay, so for instead of P, we have to write down like this: P plus A n square by V square, right? And for the V, we have to, rather than V, we have to write down V minus NB, and that is equals to nRT, right? So P is our measured pressure, that is for the real gas, and corrected form. This is the corrected pressure correction term. This is called pressure correction term, and this is the volume correction term, and V is the total volume of the container, and which is the nRT. So this is total is called by the van der Waal gas equation. Okay, very important. This equation is very important. You have to memorize this equation, that is P plus A n square by V square into V minus NB, that is equals to nRT, where n is the number of moles, R is the gas constant, T is the absolute temperature, B is the van der Waal constant. We have got this from the volume correction, and here A is again the van der Waal constant. Again we have got this from the pressure correction term. Okay, so this is called van der Waal equation for the real gas. Okay, so these are the some of the significance of the van der Waal constant, that is A or B. Generally the A is always greater than the B. Okay, and one more thing, the gas having higher value of A can be liquefied very easily. Therefore hydrogen and helium cannot be not liquefy easily. Okay, the unit of A is liter square atmosphere per mole square, and the B is liter per mole. So you have to also find out this equation, also memorize this equation, because very MCQ, very small like MCQ from this portion, generally you have the MCQ question. Okay, so MCQ questions you can have like unit of A, okay, unit of B, that time you have to write down what is the unit of A, what is the unit of B. So you have to memorize what is the unit of A and B. The numericals value of A and B are in the order of 10 to the minus 1 to 10 to the minus 2, and for B value it is 10 to the minus 2 to 10 to the minus 4 respectively. Okay, so now we will see some of the different forms of the van der Waal equation. Now if we have the at very low pressure, that means volume is very high, right? So the total volume of the container is very large. That means, yeah, the total the total volume, that is the very large than the B. So we can neglect this term NB, we can neglect this term, right? So that's why the van der Waal equation, that time we can write down the van der Waal equation like this: P plus A by V square, this is the 1 mole for the 1 mole gas. Okay, N equals to here 1, N equals to 1. So P plus A by V square into V, because we have neglected this term, this NB term we have neglected. Okay, that is equals to RT, that means PV plus A by V, that is equals to RT, that means PV equals to RT minus AV, that means PV less than RT. So this accounts that the PV versus P isotherm, if we see, this is the graph. Okay, if we see this graph, that time you can see at low pressure what will happen, the negative deviation. Okay, so we can see. So this is the at low pressure, this is the form of the van der Waal equation at low pressure. Okay, now we will see at fairly high pressure what will happen, what will what is going to happen with the van der Waals equation at very high pressure. That time the volume, we cannot neglect the B term. Okay, so but the pressure is very high, that means we can neglect the value of A n square by V square. Okay, so that means that time if we neglect that term, that means here we have the equation that is P into V minus B, that is equals to RT, right? So PV equals to this is the value of PV equals to RT, PV minus PB equals to RT. Okay, so PV equals to RT plus PB, that means PV is greater than RT. This accounts rising parts of the PV versus P isotherm. Okay, so that means, yeah, so if this is the graph for the ideal gas, so this will increase. Okay, so PV versus P isotherm at high pressure, what will happen, we can see the positive deviation from the ideal behavior. Actually this is the ideal gas equation. Okay, so this positive deviation we can see, and also from this if we put the data also, we have seen the data. Next we will see at very low pressure, what will happen at very low pressure. At very low pressure, what will happen, the V becomes again very low pressure, that means the volume of the total volume of the gas is very high, right, so large. So that means V and A by V square become very negligible, and the van der Waals equation reduced to PV equals to RT, that means PV equals to RT. This is your ideal gas equation. Okay, that means at very low pressure, if we put these conditions, that time we will get the PV equals to RT, the ideal gas equations. Okay, so the ideal behavior. So again this is the yeah, this is the real gas equation, that is P plus A by A n square by V square into P minus NB, that is equals to nRT. This is the real gas equation. Okay, so at very low pressure and high temperature, generally the van der Waals equation converts into the ideal gas equation. Yeah. So now we will discuss about the Boyle's temperature. What is Boyle's temperature? At temperature at which the real gas obeys the gas laws over a wide range of the pressure, that is called by the Boyle's temperature. Generally Boyle's temperature, the gases which are liquefied very easily have high Boyle's temperature. Okay, so TB, the expression of the TB is, that is equals to A by R into B. A is the van der Waals constant, B is the van der Waals constant again, and R is the gas constant. Okay, so this is Boyle's temperature. Now some of the definitions also you will see, that is critical temperature. What is critical temperature? Critical temperature means the maximum temperature at which the gas can be liquefied, that is the temperature above which the gas cannot exist as the liquid, and Tc equals to Tc, that is called by critical temperature, that is Tc, that is equals to 8A by 27 Rb. Okay, now critical pressure. What is critical pressure? That means it is the minimum pressure required to cause the liquefaction of any gas at critical temperature. Okay, the minimum pressure which is required at critical temperature, whatever gases we have, for the minimum pressure which we require for the liquefaction, that is called by the critical pressure, and the expression of the critical pressure is Pc equals to A by 27 B square. Okay, so this is the critical pressure, and critical volume, whatever volume we have for a gas at critical temperature and critical pressure, that is called by the critical volume, and which is Vc equals to 3b. Okay, so these are the all expressions of the Tc, Pc and Vc, and from this portion generally the definition you can have, like what do you mean by Tc, what is the expression, mathematical expression of the Tc, what do you mean by critical volume, what is the mathematical expression. These are the some of the types of the questions that you are frequently asked for this portion. Okay, next, molar heat capacity. Generally molar heat capacity, that means to rise the temperature of a gas molecules by 1 degree centigrade. For that, whatever heat we require, that is called the specific heat. Specific heat means 1 gram of the temperature, the required temperature to rise the temperature of 1 gram of the substance through 1 degree centigrade. If we have the 1 gram gas, for that 1 gram gas, if we want to increase the 1 degree centigrade temperature, so how much heat we require, that is called by that is called by the heat capacity, specific heat capacity. Now, if molar heat capacity, that means if we have the defined as the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 degree centigrade for the 1 mole of gas. The gas, if we have whatever gas we have, if it is 1 mole, for that whatever heat we require, that is called by the molar heat capacity. Okay, so these are the all things. Next, generally molar heat capacity, generally two types, one is Cp and one is Cv. That means molar heat capacity at constant pressure, that is Cp, and molar heat capacity at constant volume, that is Cv. Generally Cp is always greater than Cv. Okay, and Cp minus R equals to 2 calorie per mole. For diatomic gas, the Cp equals to 7 and Cv value is 5 calorie. Okay, so you can see the unit is calorie. For polyatomic gas, actually Cp equals to 8 calorie and Cv equals to so Cp equals to actually Cpm, the Cp and Cv are the specific heat and m is the molecular weight. Okay, so now this is all about the theory portion of the gas molecules. Next we will discuss about some of the numericals, whatever numericals from this portion we have from the van der Waals gas equation, because in the previous class already we have seen the problems regarding the ideal gas equation. Okay, so first question is 1 liter of the gas at 300 atmospheric pressure and 473 Kelvin is compressed to a pressure of 600 atmosphere and 273 Kelvin. The compressibility factor are found 1.072 and 1.375 respectively. That means Z1 and Z2 are given for the two conditions. Okay, at initial and final state, calculate the final value. Now we all know that Z equals to PV equals to RT, that is Z, right? So Z1, if we have the Z1, that means P1 V1 equals to Z1 nRT1, right? P2 V2, for the P2 V2 that is equals to Z2 nRT2, right? Now what are the, you have to check in your question what are the data are given, that is the P1 is given, T1 is given, right? P2 is given and T2 is given, right? And also Z1 and Z2 also values are given. So you have to calculate the final volume. Okay, so that means V2 equals to, what is this? V2, from this equation we can know that is V2 equals to Z2 by Z1 into T1 by P1 V1 by P2. Okay, so if we put all the datas, right, so what we will get, 1.375 divided by 1.072 into 273. All the P1 and T1 values, Z1 and Z2 values we will put. So we will get the equation, we will get the answer, that is 370.1 ml. Okay. So generally from this two equation, we will get this total equation. Okay, and the answer is 370.1 ml. So this type of some of the questions you can have. Next question is, calculate the van der Waals constant for ethylene. Okay, so what TC is given, that is 282.8 Kelvin, and PC is given, that is that is 50 atmospheric pressure. So now all we know these equations, B equals to 1 by 8 RTC by PC. Okay, and A value is also we know, that is 27 divided by 64 R square into T square by PC. So TC square by PC, so that is equals to, that will give you the answers, that is 0.057 liter per mole, and A value is your that is 4.47. okay, and obviously the unit is liter square atmosphere per mole squares. Okay, so these are the some of the types of questions, that numericals, that you will have from the van der Waals gas equation. Okay. So I have given one question here for checking how much you have got. Why does the pressure of real gas is less than that of the ideal gas? This is your question. For that you have got the 10-second time. So your time starts now. Yeah, your time is over, and you are absolutely right. The question, the answer is intermolecular attraction force, which we have neglected in the previous case, but we have seen that in between the intermolecular attraction force, as we have in between the gas molecules, for that at the wall side, whatever the gas molecules are there, they are constantly pulling by other gas molecules towards the center. So for that they cannot strike the wall at that force. Okay, so that is why and we all know that pressure is force per unit area. So for this intermolecular attraction force, what will happen, the force per unit area will be less, that means pressure will be less than the ideal gas. Okay, so these are the some recapitulation. We have seen the volume correction, we have also seen the pressure correction. Next, after volume correction, doing the volume correction and pressure correction, we have got the van der Waals equation. Next, the van der Waals equation at different condition, we have seen the critical temperature, critical pressure, critical volume we have seen. Also we have seen the molar heat capacity, and some of the numericals also we have seen. So these are the some of the recapitulation. Okay, so students, please follow the classes very well and practice the problem. Okay, so from this chapter you will have problems. So if you know how to solve the problem, you will get, it's very easy to get the full marks. So practice the problems and follow the classes, and also you have to submit one assignment which I have given in time. So thank you students, and see you in the next class.